Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to look at these things we call Oracle decks. My name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anyone and everyone who might like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And if you want to get a reading done, please email me or hit me up on social media. All of my information is going to be underneath this video. But at the tippy top, you're going to find where you can get a legitimate copy of this. I'm going to drop the link to the Bad Girl Oracle for you. So if you like this after I show it, please go to that link and get yourself a copy. Alright, so check this out, right? So there is a sticker that came in this beautiful bag. Here is the deck itself. Bad Girl Oracle. Let me show you the box. It came with this awesome satin bag, which I'm very pleased about because this deck has a standard tuck box. The tuck box you will find is the industry standard, but it's not my preferred box because I am very hard on boxes. So I'll give this box like 2 weeks. I'll give it 2 weeks and it's going to look like this. Okay, I am not playing with y'all. This is not a game. So the tuck box for me doesn't last well. So thank goddess they gave me a satin bag because that I will not destroy. Alright, so let's take a look at this. The first thing we see before we get into the cards is the guidebook. The guidebook is kind of healthy. Oh, there's a lot of information about each card in the upright and the reverse. So that's going to be awesome. So we got something there. We'll pull one card when we're finished. And we'll take a look and see which card we get. Now, this deck has a very glossy back. So again, you can do the upright and the reversal very easily. It's a beautiful illustration. I particularly love the roses. The cardstock. It's not too thick. It's not too thin either. It's just right. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. If you see my fingerprints on it, that's my fault. I had oiled my hands and some of my fingerprints have gotten on my pretty cards. So we're going to put this right here. So we saw the thickness. Now you can see the size. It does not even fit. It fits in my card holder like that. I'm going to have to pull it up this way just to show y'all the deck. So as you can see, they big. I have another card holder over here though. Hold up, let me see something. This one might be more appropriate. Let's see. This came with one of my decks. Aha. Okay, so if you got one of these ones, that's not, that only holds one, is perfect. Okay, so we're gonna take a look. I like it. What I like about this off the bat is, first of all, the picture is huge. This is a big deck. So if you're somebody who has trouble shuffling big decks, you're going to have to adjust how you shuffle. I like this one because it's an oracle deck. If this was a tarot deck, it would be hard for me to shuffle this many cards, but it's only 40 cards. So I can handle this. So you got big pretty pictures. You have the artwork stretching all the way to the edges. You do have a border, but it's very, very thin and adds a lot to the frame. There is no number on these, but they all have a name. So this first one is the Acid Queen. So I'm like, ooh, okay. Sounds like a very cold individual. I guess it is what it is sometimes. I like this deck though. As you're getting ready to see, the women in this deck are very, very sassy. I love sassy women. I'm a sassy woman myself. So funny, the first woman was the Acid Queen. Now we have the alien. So I wonder if she Aquarius. They always call us Aquarius aliens. I like that though. I like how simple it is. There's a simple background. She's blue. I love it. The Avenger. Ooh. Okay, I see you. So what I'm getting here is the vibe from women who that are the bad girls. It's interesting to me because I remember reading something that said that well-behaved women rarely make history. As soon as I saw this deck, that's what it reminded me of. There is our career woman. Okay. And I'm very into women and women's empowerment. I'm a lesbian, but not just because of like romantic reasons, but I just, I'm a woman. I'm very pro woman. I'm not anti man though. That's one thing that a misconception that people will have. I want everybody to make it. I want everybody to be fair. The cat burglar. Oh my goodness. Okay. So far, what I like about this deck, other than the things that I mentioned, oh, we got us a little thick honey. Oh, she's a curvy mommy. Okay, I see you. I was thinking everybody was going to be thin, but now we're getting some size diversity. So I like that. Um, yeah, I like that a lot. That took me. You guys see that just took me. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So yeah, I like these. I like these so far. They're coming up as very interesting, very different. Hmm. I'm very interested to see. But that's what I was going to say I like about it before I got interrupted. I interrupted myself. Um, I like the keywords because I've never seen any of these before. This is very creative. This is very unique to this creator because I have never seen any of these. And most Oracle decks, I've pretty much seen the same concepts over and over again. Seriously. You everybody talks about the same stuff. Love and light, nutrition, all very positive things that I'm into, but these are very unique. Like I have no idea. Like I can kind of guess from the energy of the card what it might talk about, but with those other ones I'm talking about, I know immediately from looking at it what it's going to talk about. These are definitely some more guesswork, so that's interesting in itself. So it's not like a cookie cutter, kind of thing. I would like to see more diversity in this deck. There is diversity in it, but I would like to see more of that vibration because when it comes to women, we're so diverse. We come in every shape, every size, every height. You got big women, skinny women, tall women, short women. I've noticed that with Barbie's line. For those of you who might be wondering, I've noticed that with Barbie's line now has plus size women. Monster High has a couple plus size dolls in it. I'm seeing a lot in the industry. People are starting to realize that there needs to be more diversity in body types and body colors. Things like that. I want to hear other stories. I'm tired of hearing the same. Aren't y'all tired of hearing the same stories over and over again? I want to hear new stories. I want to hear stories from Argentina. I want to hear stories from Africa. I want to hear new stories, even from Europe. There's so many stories we've never seen on the big screen or in books, or they are in books, but we haven't, really heard about them. I want to see more of that. And in my tarot and oracle decks, I want to see more diversity represented. So while this is a beautiful deck and I like everything about it, that's the only thing is that it is severely lacking at. I mean, we've seen a couple. We've seen a couple people. I saw the alien. I saw a woman of color. I saw a few. But for the most part, we're getting the same body type over and over again and the same culture over and over again. So that's the one thing they could change. The final girl, I love that. That's one thing they could change. So I would give this deck an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10, definitely. See, somebody of color. So that's why I'm saying we have some of that, but she's still skinny. We had one person come up who was kind of thick, what I would call curvy mommy, but I would like to see more of that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. More, more diversity. Miss Goth, hello, Miss Goth. Other than that, I like this. That's the only critique I really have for this. I wouldn't change a thing about it. Even the size of it, they might want to offer a smaller size in the deck. Like I've noticed that certain companies offer different size decks, so you could have the jumbo, the medium, or the small. I think that's a good idea for companies when they're doing Oracle. This is an independent company. This is an independent deck, from what I understand. I don't see any big name behind it. So they might not have the funds for that at this time. But if they did, I would like to see that. Now here, you see you have one woman who's more of an olive color, and then everybody else is the same basic color. So again, it's like she could have been olive, she could have been this color, this person could have been maybe from Ghana, this person could have been maybe from, I don't know, Costa Rica. Like, maybe we could have did more with the diversity of different types of women because we have so many types. They have different archetypes in the deck itself, like her. See, again, curvy. So we have some of that. They took it a little there. They just need to go a little farther. But I think, oh, look at her. Hey, cutie girl. I think the real magic of this deck is going to be in the interpretations. I can feel it. I can feel it. I love this. She's cute. I can feel that that's where the real magic of this deck is going to be. Because, like I said, their interpretations are so unique. I've never seen, any of these. The keywords that they're using. I've never seen any of these. Now I could be wrong. There could be other, other decks that do use them, but I've never seen them. And I look at a lot of decks, as y'all know. So look at her squirreling her money away. Uh oh. Millions stolen. Uh oh. Something tells me she knows something about that. The muse. Oh, the muse. And she has a beautiful brown skin. Is that a cigarette in her hand? She's smoking. Oh my goodness. So yeah, see, more of the skin tones. So they seem to have hit that. I see that. I've seen about, I'd say 5 to 10 cards that really do hit that. So that's the only thing we don't have is a little bit more body diversity. See her? Thick, curvy. So they do hit it. I would just like to see a little bit more. That's why I gave it an 8 out of 10 because it's a solid deck. It just needs that one little tweak. As I wouldn't change anything else. I would leave everything else exactly the same way. I love it. And you know what else is fun? The outfits are fun. I don't know who dreamed up. I guess it was the cartoonist. The cartoonist who did the images must have dreamed up these outfits. I know somebody that has that outfit. As a matter of fact, you know something? I just mentioned Monster High. Abby Domino has on an outfit just like this. Any of you that see G3 Monster High Abby, she has an outfit with the split pants like this and a little crop top. I just thought about it, and she has on sunglasses. Ain't that something? I don't even think these two businesses know each other. So it's funny they came up with the same concept. Oh my goodness, the possessed. Whoo, if you get that card, my mind. The psychic. Okay, I like that. I like the way that that's in the background. That's really cool. See what I'm saying? They made a lot of smart choices with this deck. So I like that. The Queen Bee. Look at her face. Let's call her Karen. Her name is probably Karen. She Wolf. Yes. That wild energy, that untamed energy. Femininity is often nurturing. I like it when it's wild though. Oh, the siren. She's pretty. That's how sirens get you. They're so beautiful. They start singing them songs. The next thing you know, your boat done crashed on a rock. Because you was listening to the siren song. Don't do it. Don't let them fool you. I love the star. Because the star is Aquarius and Tarot. And right now we're in Aquarius season. So we're in the star energy. I love it. And she looks like a star. Looks like one of those old Hollywood stars. The succubus. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna read that one. As a matter of fact, let's put the succubus to the side because we're gonna read. I want to know what that's about. That just took me. Then here's our vampire. I love vampires. I want the Damon Salvatore doll from the Vampire Diaries. I want that doll so bad, and I have not seen it at a reasonable price. When I see it, I rarely even see it, but I saw it and I was like, ooh, I want that doll. I love Damon. Such a bad boy. In real life, he's not like that, which is the strange part because I've seen him in real life online and I'm like, I like your bad boy persona better. But the bad boy isn't real, so. Okay, so now we're back to the first card. So we're going to put this to the side. We're going to get out our succubus. Right there. And we're going to read and see what she got going on. So if we get this card in the deck, what is it saying to us? They're all in alphabetical order in case you're wondering how to find them, because they're not in numeric order as we can see. The succubus is a sex fiend. Uh-oh. I hear that. They went right in horror and mythology. The succubus is a supernatural being, often demonic, who takes on the female form. The succubus appears in dreams, seducing her targets through unconscious sexual activity. All of this is correct, by the way. For anybody who's wondering, if you Google this, this is exactly what you're going to find. I've had clients that have had problems with succubus. So this is all correct. Let's see. The succubus appears in dreams, seducing her targets through unconscious sexual activity. While the succubus may adopt a ferocious appearance, at times appearing as a devil or animal hybrid, she is not always a malevolent force. She is a powerful force, however, and her animalistic urges may leave her target enervated, and confused upon waking. When pulled upright, the succubus may signal a powerful sexual chemistry between you and a partner, or that you're in command of your sexual prowess. You may have an aura that others find irresistible. There may also be a fantasy that you've been lusting after that's weighing on your mind. Don't be afraid to ask for it. Okay, so it could be in a positive as well. I like that. Because sexuality can be positive. It's only negative when it's, non-consensual or, something like that. When pulled in reverse, the succubus may signal that you're feeling sexually frustrated or inhibited. She may also signal that you're not finding joy in your physical expression and are acting out of compulsion. You may also be feeling drained due to a scattering of desire. Try to find a way to reclaim your pleasure. Okay, all right, I like that. See, I told you. I told y'all. I knew for a fact that that's where the strength was going to be. In the I want to read this. I gotta know. I gotta know about this one. This one. I'm like, what is that? So let's see if we can find it. Okay. Yeah, I had to know. I had to know, but I like that. The strength in these cards is in the interpretations. I like that a lot. The possessed is irrepressible. In horror, the possessed is a woman who is inhibited by a demonic presence. Her demeanor before possession may be youthful and innocent, throwing her newly possessed, frightful self into dramatic relief. She may also have been a more complex, mature woman, making her an ideal vessel for further corruption. Her possessor may present itself intermittently, allowing the possessed some control, or may overtake her completely, driving her to do things outside the bounds of normal behavior. When pulled upright, the possessed may signal that something outside of yourself is driving you forward, or that you may be vulnerable to manipulation. She may signal an out of control feeling, an action taken without regard for consequence. When pulled in reverse, the possessed may signal that you've taken a stand in your convictions, or that you're in control of your passions. She may also signal you to be firm in the personal boundaries you've established and guard against anyone seeking to transgress them. You know something? This is awesome. This is awesome. I'm gonna tell you something. I am going to use this deck this week with my clients because I have never, ever, ever heard such fascinating. I'm about to use these right now. I've never heard such fascinating. Um, yeah, I've never heard such fascinating interpretations for oracle cards. That is where this deck really, really comes out to play because I'm impressed with this. I'm impressed with the interpretations. I've never seen anything like this. Like when it talks about being vulnerable to outside forces. I've seen this kind of energy with the Queen of Cups reversed. I've seen it, depending on what the other cards signify, but never put like this. The way that they put it, the way that they seem to have studied different mythologies to understand these archetypes. This is the archetype deck. That's what this is. I have a couple archetype decks. You guys might remember that I had this one. This is a favorite one of mine. I use this a lot with my male clients. But this is what this is. Oh, excuse me. There we go. That's what this is. This is an archetype deck. It's the female archetype, predominantly the bad girl. But I like how there's a positive and a negative to it. It's not just like, oh, you got these bad girls running them up. It's like in the case of the one we just read, she was possessed and taken over and she was vulnerable, but in the reverse she's taken back over control. So maybe somebody had control over her, like a narcissist or a toxic person, and now she's taking control back. I've never seen anything like that before in any of my decks. It might be there, and maybe I just haven't noticed it, but or maybe it wasn't put to me like that, but that was powerful. That was very powerful. I'm going to use this deck this week with my clients. And I'm going to encourage you out there who have clients or work by yourself to take a look at this deck. I think you'll like it a lot. Underneath this video, you're going to find a link to where you can get an authentic copy directly from the creator. I highly recommend this deck because it's different. And if you're anything like me and you have a lot of decks, it's good to get something every once in a while that's refreshing and different. So you guys come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.